Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Drive-Thru. I'm your host, Tony T, as we broadcast live on Pig Dogs and Sports Chat Place YouTube channel and throughout social media. Yeah, we'll get you out here well before the top of the hour. I want to give you enough time to get those bets in for the primetime games, and that's what we do here on the Drive-Thru Monday through Fridays, give you free sports picks from the primetime games. And, of course, to give us those plays are our professional cappers over at Pig Dogs Sports Chat Place. Let's take a look at who will be on the show for today. All right, we got Zawacki joining us. Brian Bitler, who bookends the show. By the way, you hear Bitler and Zawacki in the mornings every day at 10 a.m. Eastern Time. Got Trey Jordan on the show as well. Of course, wouldn't be a show if James Clark wasn't on it, right? James is on again. And of course, Jovan First is here. Ninos just made it in the nick of time. And Chris Ruffolo here will serve as the co-host, man. Al looks really good, man, considering what you went through the last hour. All right, let's continue on here on the drive-thru. Let's take a look at how they will work. We'll line up for today. Bitler, Clark, Burtz, Jordan, Zawacki, Ruffalo, Ninos, and then I will close this one out. All right, Chris, ready for another week? We got a championship game tonight.
Yeah, it's the culmination of the season that we all wish we had last year. But no, I can't wait. I mean, it's another great day of sports, and I'm just ready to keep everything going. I was just a little bit sad that college hoops is going away. But you know what? Like I said, we all knew it was coming, so let's get it started.
Let's go ahead and get this one started. All right, let's go on and welcome to the show Brian Bitler. You'll find him over at Pig Dogs. Been part of also the morning crew and the YouTube early and late. Brian, you're a busy man. How you doing?
I'll tell you what, Mitch has got me working my fingers to the bone, but I'm ready for another super week here, and glad to be here with my best buddy, Tony T and Ruffalo here for Monday.
Absolutely. Good Monday to you, Brian Bitler. All right, you're going to look at some baseball today. Phillies to host the Mets, 7 Eastern time, with the Mets laying $1.90, total 7.5.
I'll tell you what, I cashed 2 out of 3 so far with the Phillies this season. I had the Braves, the one game that the Phillies won also. But in this game, I'm going to go square and take the Mets minus 1.5 on the run line. Phillies sit 3-0. Mets, first game of the season. I think they're going to be raring to go. Matt Moore, a Detroit Tigers starting pitcher, cast off. Going against Matt Moore's given up 7 runs over 7 innings of spring training ball. Jacob deGrom 1 run over 13 innings. This guy is going to be a Cy Young contender all season long. I expect the Mets to win the NL East. I think they get it started tonight and blow out the Phillies.
All right, Brian Bitler here is going to go ahead and go run line here with the Mets lane. Run and a half at minus 120 here against the Philadelphia Phillies. All right, Chris, we saw the first weekend for the Phillies. Bullpen got a little improved here, but they're going up against a top line starter here. Cy Young candidate here, DeGrom.
And a pitcher, Jacob deGrom, that's owned the Phillies in his career, 8-1, ERA just over 2. But I was leaning towards the Phillies this morning when I looked at the game and when I put a small wager on them, just because, yes, Matt Moore is not a guy I expect to match zeros with Jacob deGrom, but the Phillies have been playing well, and they actually gave deGrom a bit of an issue last year, 1-1 with a 4 ERA for deGrom against the Phillies last year. So just based on how the first weekend went against a Mets team that still hasn't taken the field yet, I figured almost plus 200 was still too much to pass on. So I took a shot on the Phillies.
All right, button heads here, Ruffalo and Bitler, just like the old days in the mornings. All right, Brian, run line here with the Mets. All right, good night of action tonight. A lot of baseball, NBA, hockey, that Gonzaga-Baylor game. What you have going on over at Pig Dogs Premium?
I'll tell you what, 7-0, my last 7 NBA selections. I'm going for 8-0 tonight. I got my NBA Monday night titanium selection, $30 at pigdogs.com. Or you can pick up my entire 5-pack, my Monday night money shot for $50 at pigdogs.com. It's going to be a big week starting tonight. Absolutely love the NBA cards, and make sure you guys check it out. 2-for-1 package. Get me and Tony T, Ruffalo, any of the guys on this show. It's going to be an excellent bargain.
That's right. Great value right now over at Pig Dogs Premium. That 2-for-1 capper, really good value there. Pick any 2 cappers. Go long term. You see the results here. Brian Bitler heating up here. 300 units of profit past 7 days. He's heating up in the NBA, so get on board with Brian. You can get that 1-day pass, and then make that upgrade to that long-term pass. You can see a 3, 7, and 30-day all-sports pass, and that's what you'll get. All sports released here by Brian for that term there. Of course, Brian, you're part of that YouTube early and late. Why don't you let the audience know about that? Very good value out there.
Yeah, for $30, you get introductory plays. You get one from me, Mitch, Rod. You get a consensus report pick. And then if you upgrade to the $50 package, you get a late release play at the end of the day. You're going to get another one from Mitch, Rod, and me, and a consensus report pick. So 8 picks. Over the month, it breaks down to about 25 cents a pick. Can't miss it. Pick Dogs, YouTube Premium Picks subscription. Make sure you check it out.
Yeah, check out the subscription there. You guys can see right below the description is a link to the YouTube early and late. Great value there. 8 premium picks from Zawacki, Mitch, and of course Brian Bitler. Of course, you get that consensus in there too. So really good value for your dollars. All right, Brian, it's always great having you on the show. We'll tune in tomorrow morning at 10 a.m. Eastern time. A lot of baseball and hoops, hockey will be discussed, and of course, you'll be back here with us Friday.
I'll be back on Friday, loving Chris Ruffalo's new set. I'm hoping to get an upgrade too. He's looking like he's getting it going. He's even looking better looking with that background there. I love it. Absolutely love it. I'm going to see you guys on Friday.
See you guys Friday. Brian Bitler here on the drive-thru. All right, let's continue on with our coverage. All right, we're going to give, after that nice a compliment, we're going to give you a break, Chris, okay? So we're going to go over to Skype. And we're going to welcome into the show James Clark. You can find him over at Pig Dogs Premium. Of course, James has been really doing fantastic work in the NBA. He's been shooting up the rankings here. Let's go ahead and bring him. James, how's it going?
Pretty good. How are you, buddy?
Pretty good. Looks like I got an audience for the show today. All right, let's take a look at the game for today. So we've got the Mavericks and the Jazz. This will be your NBA TV game. If I got that right, no, I don't. It's the Nets and Brooklyn, that NBA TV game. All right. Anyway, Mavericks host the Jazz, 7 Eastern time. Your Jazz here, road favorites of 5, total 223.
Yeah, if you look at this on paper, Tony, if you look at the last 7 games or last 10 games, the Mavericks are 7-3 in their last 10 games. They've been playing really good basketball. Look at the Jazz here. They're 9-1. They've won 9 straight in a row. But the Jazz, when they're favorite, they win 64% of the time. When the Mavs, when they're underdogs, they lose 43% of the time. And if you look at this Jazz team, man, they got about 8 starters. I mean, they really do. Their bench players are pretty good, but they really got about 8 starters on their team. And I like the Jazz tonight to win by about 6 or more myself, buddy.
All right, we got James here going Utah Jazz laying the 5 against the Dallas Mavericks. All right, we got some issues here with Porzingis. Obviously, we saw in that game recently how he left the court there. And, of course, the Jazz, they played good ball. But Dallas, there's a little resurgence here the last few games.
Yeah, the Dallas have come on. They won, like I said, the last 4. But, I'm telling you, this Jazz team's a really good team. And I really like them. And like I said, they got 8 starters. I'm telling you, they got 8 starters that definitely could start in the NBA. And the Jazz, they take it off a little bit easier on the easier teams. But if you look at the teams when they play the teams in the West, they might end up meeting them in the playoffs. Usually when they get a lead, they hammer it. And they usually put their foot on their throat and it's over with. And I look for tonight for the same thing to happen.
All right, James, Utah Jazz laying the 5 against Dallas Mavericks. Of course, if you look at the meetings this year, Jazz winning by 19 and by 12. All at home in this one, of course, but again, laying the 5 here with Utah. All right, James, let's take a look over here at Pig Dogs Premium for tonight. We got the National Championship game, hockey, baseball, and NBA. Of course, you're putting up some fantastic numbers. Look at this. Over 1,400 units of profit that is documented in the NBA this year. What you have going on over the site?
Well, Tony, I got a 5-pack, 3-sport money stack. I got 2 NBA, 2 MLB, and you got to have the national championship game in there, buddy. So if you all 5 packs, man, all 5 picks the last few days or last 2 days, man, hit a couple bumps in the road. Here I was loving and waiting for the NBA or the MLB to start. And I swear, man, if it ain't smacked me in the face, I need to stick to NBA. But anyways, I got these 5 games that I really love, the 2 MLB games I really love. So if you want to go grab it, man, and let me put some money in your pockets, or go grab the 2-for-1 capper deal. That's a great deal if you want to go do that. I mean, grab me, Tony, me, Bitler, me, or Rod, any of us, and put us together, man, and we'll definitely put some money in your pockets.
All right, that's right. You put money in your pocket. You see James Clark here. The numbers over 1,400 units of profit that is documented over at Pig Dogs Premium. Doing fantastic work. He's got that one-day pass tonight. Of course, take the winnings. Make the upgrade to that long-term pass. That's the best value. Or that 2-for-1 capper special is very good. So check out James Clark over at Pig Dogs Premium. All right, James, as always, great having you on the show. Thanks for coming in again on short notice. And you're back tomorrow.
Yeah, I'll be back on tomorrow, and hoping giving out another winner, Tony.
Absolutely. More winners here from James Clark. All right. Have yourself a great night. James Clark here on the drive-thru. All right. Chris is back with us. We're ready to complete the show. Before we get going here, continuing, reminder, guys, subscribe to our YouTube channel. Free picks every single day. Of course, it all gets started at 10 a.m. Eastern time with the morning show. You got Mitch, Rod Zawacki, Brian Bitler. Of course, you got those 2 YouTube shows early and late. Look below on the description and find out more how you can subscribe to those. And, of course, we're here Monday through Friday with the drive-thru. And, of course, those we always talk about, guys, that thumbs up like, those likes. We greatly appreciate it. Really helps us increase our audience, Chris. Chris, you're on mute, my friend. You need to get you off mute.
Yeah, there we go. Okay, I thought I sounded better that way. I can honestly tell you, we appreciate all the support. I can tell you firsthand. Not only it does allow us to give you guys premium content like the drive-thru, like the morning show, the YouTube videos, the YouTube premiums. But there's a lot of stuff that goes on behind the scenes. Getting the cappers to come on. I can tell you, Tony, putting this drive-thru together, it's no task. And, we do it for we do thumbs up for the subscriptions. It helps us build the audience, helps us put out a quality product, and we love doing it for you guys. So just give us a thumbs up, subscription helps us out. Helps get the product out there, and we really appreciate all the love and support.
Greatly do, guys. A thumbs up, like, keep them coming in. All right, let's continue on the drive-thru. Let's welcome to the show Jovan First. You'll find him over at Pig Dogs Premium. Jovan, how you doing in Boston? A little sad for your Red Sox, man. They did lose to Matt Harvey, of all people.
Right, man. Told you what was going to happen.
I know.
He pissed the porn in web gym.
That's right. And we have it documented right there. We knew it was going to happen. It was a free pick right there for Jovan. All right, we're going to be looking at NBA tonight. NBA League Pass channel has the Rockets to host the Suns, 8 Eastern time. Suns road favorites, 14.5, total 222.
Yeah, so hold your nose for this one, because I'm taking the Houston Rockets. Yeah,
you need two hands. You need 2 hands with this one.
Right. So the whole thing about this game is this is a look ahead spot for the Suns. On Wednesday they play the Jazz, and this is one of those spots where they're coming into this one sleepy. They don't respect the Houston Rockets. No one does. They're the worst team in the league. But at the end of the day, they still got to go out there and play the games, and it's gonna be like this. Houston's gonna come into this one at home. They blew a fourth quarter lead. Got outscored by 10 points and lost the cover. But they have guys on the team that's playing for contracts. Guys like Kelly Olynyk. He dropped 26 yesterday. He needs another contract. He's trying to stay in the league. You have guys on the roster that's like that. You got Christian Wood that's still on the team. Now, I'm not saying that Phoenix is not going to be blowing these guys out. That's probably going to happen. But it might be a backdoor cover, going on in this game. Guys get pulled last 5 minutes of the game. Houston gets the backdoor. And one more tidbit. On the second night of a back-to-back, Houston's actually 5-3 against the spread. So, it's just one of those games where I think that this is just too many points.
All right, a little too many things. 2 points there. Rockets plus 14.5. Christian Wood, a young guy. Hey, you got to get those rookie numbers up, right? You're playing for that next contract. Even though you're not in a free agent year, the agents always remind you, hey, you're playing for that contract. Get those numbers up. No doubt about that. You get that playing time. You value that as a bench guy here. But, Chris, 14.5 here with the Rockets.
Yeah, I don't know what it is, but I'm actually hop on the same side as this one just because Jovan said it is a look ahead spot. I mean, this may be a game that I actually might just leave alone personally because I had the Denver Nuggets yesterday thinking that they were going to blow the doors off of the
Orlando Magic.
The Orlando Magic. There you go. Thank you. And they're trailing by 10 in the first half, still managed to win by 10, but then again came nowhere close to a sniff of a cover. I think this could be the same thing. Would I be surprised if Phoenix won by 14? Absolutely not. This is just a spot where I think they get up by enough. I think you see the majority of the fourth quarter played by backups. And like Jovan said, these guys are proud professionals. They're playing for contracts. They're playing for incentives. And, there's just too many points to lay on the table. I think Phoenix wins the game. I think Houston sneaks in the back door, maybe with a meaningless 3 like we've seen happen so many times this year.
Yeah, and look at Houston past 5 games. They are hitting 47%. You did talk about look at it spot. That's right. Coming up here for the Phoenix Suns, Utah and the Clippers on a back-to-back. So after a day's rest here, so keep an eye here because we did talk about how Phoenix is really coming up with tough scheduling here in the month of April. All right, Jovan, good big night tonight. NBA, we got the championship game from college as well as baseball, full board and baseball. What you have going on over at Pick Dogs Premium?
Yeah, so I got my money by my money bag Monday going. And I got a 5-pack that's about to tip off. Well, actually, that tips off later because it's the NCAA championship game is with that 2 plays, both the side and the total, and 3 Major League Baseball plays. Also have 3 that's tipping off at the top of the hour. That's the NBA 3-pack. So got a couple different packages going. So that you can still grab. Also got my 3-day. 7-day and 30-day, all at Pick Dogs and Sports Chat Place.
That's right, guys. Get on board with Jovan First over at Pick Dogs. He's got that 1-day pass. Want to get on board with some NBA, some baseball up there as well. And take those winnings. Go long term. That 3, 7, and 30 all sports pass is your best value. You get all plays from Jovan over at Pick Dogs. You set the terms there when you go to his profile page and pick up one of those long-term passes. All right, Jovan, as always, great having you on the show. Have yourself a great night, and we'll talk to you on Friday.
See y'all fellas on Friday and win, fellas.
Absolutely. Winning is everything. All right. That's Jovan First here on the drive through. Us continue on with the show. We're going to go. And we got a pick from the NCAA championship game, Baylor and Gonzaga. And of course, one of our newer cappers is Trey Jordan. You'll find him over at Pick Dogs Premium. Trey, how's it going?
It's going good. How are y'all?
Doing great. Greatly anticipating this contest at 9:20 Eastern time as Gonzaga will face Baylor. Gonzaga laying 4.5 total, 159.5.
Yeah, big game. Last one of the year, so I figured we'd give the drive-through crew a pick on it. So I'm going with the Bears tonight. You always hear about Gonzaga's offense, but Baylor's offense is 3rd ranked in the country too, and they have the better defense, gone against better opponents throughout the whole year, and the Bears bench plays a lot more of a role than Gonzaga's bench does. And I think after a long game the other night, of course you're going to be up for this game, but you're going to have tired legs a little bit there. So just a couple stats. They've faced off 4 times. Gonzaga's won every time, but Baylor has covered every single time. That's going back to like 2006. But as well as Gonzaga on the road against teams above 500 this year have been terrible. They've been 1-3-1, while Baylor was 5-1 in that situation. That's regular season games, but yeah, I'm not going to say that Baylor's going to win, but I think you're going to be glad you have those points in your back pocket throughout that game. So I'm going to go with the Bears here.
All right, we got Trey Jordan here on the Baylor Bears plus the 4. And I can't argue with taking the points here. You look at Baylor, impressive wins here against Villanova, Arkansas, and Houston, leading up to Gonzaga. And, of course, UCLA shot lights out on Gonzaga, falling short.
Yeah, and I mean, you look at what UCLA did. They showed you the blueprint to take it to Gonzaga. You just got to hit your shots and try to slow down guys like Drew Timme and Corey Kispert. And that's going to be the key for Baylor here. I got in an argument with someone in the Facebook group last night about this game. I think that Baylor does every just as good as the Zags do. And like Trey said, they just play better defense. I mean, how many times did we see Gonzaga give up 90 points, give up 85 points? Yes, they scored 80 plus in 27 of 30 games up to the UCLA game. But let's, call a spade a spade. 10 or those were against the WCC, and games that you score 80 against Santa Clara and San Diego aren't going to be weighted the same as against Texas Tech and Kansas, in my opinion. So I would lean Baylor's way as well on this one. Give them a shot to win this game outright. I think too many people on the Gonzaga bandwagon. I like Baylor in this one.
Yeah, can't argue here. Baylor plus 4.5 against Gonzaga. All right, Trey, we got a nice night of action tonight. Hockey, NBA, and MLB. What you have going on over at Pig Dogs Premium?
I got one of my trade packs going off tonight. Going off here in about 10 minutes. So I'm not absolutely sure you can still get that, but I'll have a hockey play up there tonight. I was rolling past 30 days and looking to get right back to it. I had a couple bad days, but, hop on a week, hop on a month. I'm going to shake back real quick and start tonight with this Baylor game right here.
That's right, guys. Get on board with Trey Jordan over at Pig Dogs Premium. You see the numbers here, 444 units of profit the past 30 days. That is all documents. When you go to his profile page, you'll be able to see every play that he's released over there at Pig Dogs Premium. And, of course, you got that pass for tonight. Of course, the long-term pass is your best value there, so check him out, Trey Jordan over at Pig Dogs Premium. All right, Trey, as always, great having your show. Have yourself continue that success, and we'll talk with you next week.
I appreciate y'all. Have a good one.
All right, Trey Jordan here on the drive-thru. All right, let's continue on here with our coverage. We're going to go ahead and bring in Rob. Before we do that, guys, keep those thumbs up, those likes coming in. We greatly appreciate it. Helps us build up the audience. And if you just joined us right now, a reminder, we'll recap every single play at the end of the show. All right, let's continue on here on the drive-thru. Time to bring in Rod Zawacki here in just a second here. If I get my fingers working correctly here. So let's go ahead and bring in Rod on the show. Of course, he's part of that morning crew every day at 10 a.m. Eastern time with Brian Bitler and Mitch. Let's go ahead and bring in Rod right now. There he is. Rod, how you doing?
How's it going?
Going great. All right, Rod, let's take a look at the hockey tonight. Blues to host the Golden Knights. Vegas here, road favorites $1.40. Total sits here 5.5.
You bet. We got the Blues and the Golden Knights facing off. And then we look at this Blues team, and man, if they not have a good or what, there's injuries and plagued with all sorts of other things. And then to knock everything all off, they're playing here at home. Yeah, if you call this home for the Blues are 4-18 their last 22 home games. Currently on a 6-game losing streak. I know we took them last week. We're not doing it this week. We're gonna fade the Blues the rest of the year. They just don't have the same grit and grind like they did, be it injuries and everything else. This is definitely not the same team. If you look at this Knights team, and yeah, the Knights team are on a little slump, but you look at the last team they played against the Minnesota Wild. This is Minnesota Wild team is been one of the hottest teams in the NHL to start this year. So for me, this Knights solid number 2 defense in the NHL. They're gonna end their losing streak, and this Blues losing streak is gonna continue and go to 0-7 their last 7. Take the Golden Knights. Nice win here tonight.
All right, Rod Zawacki here on the Golden Knights. Vegas laying the $1.40 against St. Louis Blues. All right, Chris, looking at the Blues past 5 games, just about a goal a game.
Yeah, I think, from Rod and I doing all the hockey videos, and even when I was on the morning show, Rod and I could tell you, there was a time where you would see Jordan Binnington in net after a loss, and you'd immediately take the Blues on the bounce back. And it was no question. Well, now it's not shaking out that way, like Rod said. Playing at home has been more of a detriment to the Blues than it has been a help. And, Vegas, it doesn't seem to matter where this team plays. It's has defense travel. And it's Vegas just plays well wherever they seem to go. And St. Louis, well, like Rod said, they just don't have it this year. I really like Vegas in the spot. I love the price that we're getting on the Golden Knights here. I think it's Vegas all day in this one.
All right, going to hear Vegas $1.40 against the St. Louis Blues, and this one will begin at 8 Eastern time. All right, Rod, let's take a look over at Pig Dogs Premium. We got a lot of action. 534 units of profit. That is all documented past 7 days. So you're really doing very well. Hockey, NBA, and of course that Baylor Gonzaga game with baseball. What you have going on over at Pig Dogs Premium?
Well, I had one game go off earlier today. We had the Blue Jays. Look like they're going to wrap us up another win, move us up some more units. But I still got my mixed sport triple. I got an MLB play. I got an NBA play. And I've got your 20-star college basketball national championship winner. Who's it going to be? We don't know. Either way, is this hat going to survive or is this hat going to get burnt? Jump on over to Pig Dogs Premium and you can grab my selection and you'll see what I think is going to happen with my hat.
All right, the hat is on the line again from Rod Zawacki. It survived USC. Can it survive Baylor here in this one? Guys, you see the numbers here. 534 units of profit past 7 days. All documented from Rod Zawacki. He's got access tonight. NBA, you can get his card for tonight. Of course, go with that long-term pass. You see the 3, 7, and 30-day pass. Get every play Rod releases on the site. You set the terms when you visit his profile page and make that all sports pass purchase. All right, Rod, as always, great having your show. I know we've talked about the YouTube Premium early and late. That's something you're really part of.
Yeah, jump aboard the YouTube Premium. Can't go wrong with that. You get 4 picks in the morning, and if you grab the YouTube late info Premium as an upgrade, which is the best value, I think, grab that late Premium YouTube upgrade. You get 8 picks. You get morning picks. You get afternoon late info picks, which are solid. Can't go wrong with that value. Click on the link below. It'll tell you all that you need to know. Can't miss out on that.
Can't miss out on it, guys. The best value there. You see the YouTube link below in the description. Get on board with that YouTube early and late pass. All right, Rod, it's always great having your show. Back here on the drive-thru tomorrow, but we'll tune in early, 10 a.m. Eastern time with you and Mitch in the morning.
You bet. We'll tune in and see if we burn the hat or not.
We'll see how the hat can survive. All right, Rod Zawacki here on the drive-thru. Let's continue on with the coverage. Time for Chris Ruffolo, front and center, going to the NBA, looking at the association tonight as a Thunder to host the Pistons here. Boy, Thunder have the look of a dead team. The Pistons showing a little bit of a heart rate. Pistons laying 3 here in this one, total 214.
Yeah, and like we said, the Thunder. This was a team last year that were our cover darlings. That they 31-14 against the spread record as dogs last season. Yeah, they were money for us. 47% winning percentage when they were actually getting points. They were doing us beautifully on the money line, when you're just taking the points. We're making money with the Thunder. Not so much this year. We're sitting around 500 right now, 24-1 coming into this one. Problem is that they have a laundry list of injuries. It's as long as the day is long, and you know what? It's not getting better anytime soon. They're still missing Shea Gilgeous-Alexander. Say that 5 times fast. They're missing Lou Dort. They're missing just a bunch of key pieces that even for a team like the Pistons, who have the majority of their success at home, to the point where the Pistons are laying points on the road. That has to tell you the state of where this Thunder team is right now. The Pistons are laying points on the road. It's not the best game on the board by far, but one thing that stood out to me, following a double-digit loss, the Pistons are 14-3 against the spread in their last 17. This team knows how to bounce back even when they don't have the most attractive roster in the NBA. And like I said, just the state of this Thunder team and pushing it to where the line is, to where the Pistons are laying 3 points on the road against the Thunder, that tells me everything I need to know. I've got to lay the points with Detroit in this spot.
Yeah, here, Chris, I cannot argue that play one bit here. Thunder, they made a statement here when we said we're just going to shut down Al Horford. We don't believe in buying out players. Just go home, just go on a vacation, relax. We're going to pay you not to play. That's just a bad sign. It's really bad for the culture of the organization. I don't understand. Even as a player or a coach, how could you work under that type of system? But again, we're seeing teams do that again with either the buyout or just a shutdown. Of course, they're just trying for draft status here. So, I hate to say it, but it's a situation here that the NBA's got to address.
Well, they already addressed the quote-unquote rest game situation and load management. And that was one thing that the NBA took care of. They took care of it well. But like you said, Tony, this is starting to create a toxic environment. You know, the NBA, I think we can agree, since Adam Silver has, you know, stepped in, has done a good job. Like we just said, the rest days when you had fans paying to see star players that weren't playing, okay, you find them. You address the issue of tanking by maybe changing the percentages lottery. Again, progressive. But now we have to worry about teams that are sending players home, like you said, Al Horford, just because the Thunder want to go in a younger direction. It's another thing that has to be addressed. And like I said, until it is, you're going to create toxic environments for these franchises. And it's just another challenge I think the NBA has to deal with. And it's just the latest one. And it's going to be interesting to see how they actually address the issue.
Now, Pistons here laying the 3 against OKC. Agreement with that one. All right, Chris, tonight we got a lot of action. And let's see what you have going on over at Pig Dog Spring, because you are doing fantastic work. In college hoops, nearly 2,400 units of profit. You're doing well on the top in the past 30 board as well. We got NBA. We've got a lot of hockey. We've got MLB. What you have going on over at Pig Dogs Premium?
Well, tonight is a litany of plays, you know, even for a Monday. I've got my major Monday 5-pack for NHL. That's still on the board. That's going to go off at 7 o'clock. I may have tipped my hand on my side play for the national championship with Trey Jordan, but you can find out if I like Baylor with the points or if I like him on the. And I've got the total up there. Each is one of my black card specials. You know, those fancy black cards that you see people get, the ones with no limit that you can buy whatever you want. Well, this is Pick Dog's version of that. You can put any amount that you want on this game on either of those plays, whether it's the side or the total. It's going to come back to you in stacks. You can quote me on that. Or, guys, check out one of those longer-term packages. 3 days, 7 days, 30 days, even the yearly. Those are going to take the picks from dollars, even down to pennies per picks with the yearly. Got the season passes, the YouTube premiums, the 2-for-1 capper deals. What do I always say? The possibilities for you to make money while saving money at Pick Dogs are endless. Find a capper you like, whether it's myself, Tony, Rod, Trey, anyone that's been on the show tonight. Go check out their pages, get on something, put some cash in your pocket. We're only going to get bigger and better as the season goes on. Go check it out.
That's right, guys. Check it out. Get on board here with Chris Ruffolo over at Pig Dogs Premium. He put together a fantastic college basketball season. We're now getting ready for the beginning of Major League Baseball, the stretch run in the NBA and hockey. So good time to get on board with Chris Ruffolo over at Pig Dogs Premium. That long-term pass is your best value. Or that 2-for-1 capper special. To go on with the 2 top dogs, you got Chris Ruffalo amongst the top in the 30-day leaderboard. Big Al McMorty for the 2021. That 2-for-1 capper deal is fantastic offer there over at Pig Dogs Premium. All right, let's continue on here with the coverage. Now we're going to go here and welcome El Ninos. We have him on a little later in the show. He needed some recovery, so I think we got him ready to go here. Al, how's it going today, buddy? All recovered? Relaxed? You need to turn that mute off. You're on mute again, my man. All right, let's see if we can get Al. We can't hear you. Oh, you're back. Yes, you're back. Good. All right. We got Al ready to go here. All right, Al, let's take a look at the game you'll be covering tonight. It's your NBA TV game here as the Nets will be hosting the Knicks. The Nets are going to be laying 6 total sits here at 218.
Yeah, I believe they opened around 5 and then dropped to 4.5, and it's only a little 1.5 point move here, and I believe it's well worth it. They did just come off that loss, 115 to 107 loss in Chicago last night, so playing their second game in 2 nights here. But they had won 4 straight before that. Kevin Durant's still out. He was kind of sort of getting questionable for this one. Blake Griffin's also out for this one. But the big news here, obviously, that caused that little line move was James Harden being announced that he was playing tonight. And, well, as tired as the rest of the team might be, I think he can carry them enough to cover this 6-point spread. So I'm laying the points with the Nets here.
All right, El Ninos here laying the points here with the Nets in this one. All right, Chris, looking at, I know you look at the ATS numbers, and I know you're going to bring this up. The Nets have been kind of not delivering on that column.
Yeah,
well, it wasn't.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead, Chris.
It's okay. I was going to say, Tony, were you reading my mind? Like, do I have it written on my forehead?
Oh yeah,
because
I know.
This was my trend game. just for me, this was all about Trent's Nets 5-11 against the spread in their last 16 on no rest, 1-8 in their last 9 as a favorite, 1-5 in their last 6 the home favorite. New York covered 57.1% of their games this season, 4th best in the NBA. Just from that, I was on the Knicks tonight. Just and the line moves because of the roster announcements kind of just pushed that in that direction for me as well.
All right, now I brought that up because I knew Chris was going to bring it up. So I'm going to give you a chance here to do a little rebuttal here, looking at the Nets not delivering ATS here of late.
Yeah, well, they've been missing their best guys, so, I guess the Lions didn't adjust enough for that. And with Harden back in the lineup, it's a whole different story here. The Knicks had been covering like crazy, but, I don't think they've quite been as impressive as the start of the season. And just got the better roster here. To 2 best players on the court will be on the net, so I think they go out and then gives kind of the whole team a boost when you get one of your best guys back. So I like the 6 points. I thought it would go up a bit more than that if Harden or Durant was playing. So I don't mind the 6 at all here.
All right, out here, Nets laying the 6 against the New York Knicks. This one, top of the hour, your NBA TV game for tonight. All right, Al, let's take a look over at Pig Dogs Premium. We've got, you've been doing well in the NHL this season. We got a lot on the board tonight. Baylor, Gonzaga, a lot of MLB still to go. And, of course, we've got NBA, hockey. What you have going on over at Pig Dogs Premium?
Yeah, I mentioned that little MLB run I was on my first show currently on the 7-2 MLB run after a rough opening day. But quickly adjusting that. So I got a 5-pack with my 3 best MLB bets of the night, best NHL bet, and my play on the college basketball game tonight as well.
All right, to get on board here with Al Ninos over at Pig Dogs Premium. See the numbers here in hockey. Of course, he's got a 1-day pass. Go on, pick that up. And, of course, you can make that upgrade to the long-term pass with those winnings from Al Ninos over at Pig Dogs Premium. He's got that 3, 7, and 30 all sports pass. As it says, all sports. Every play he releases, you'll get. And you set the terms when you visit Al Ninos' page over at Pig Dogs. All right, Al, as always, great having your show. Hang on a little bit. Your breath is back. Got your heart rate down, ready to roll for that last segment.
Yeah, know how to get that down fast too. But anyway, I was also going to mention, those units went down a bit in the NHL, but it was a lot of pushes. If you do read, I know a whole paragraph might be painful to read, but please read that last sentence at least of my picks when I give out either a pretty juicy money line or a run line, because I usually do like splitting my bets between the money line and run line. It's not that hard to do, and it's well worth it, I think, if you ask me. So, please do check that out.
All right, check out Alan. Check out his long write-ups there over on the side. All right, Al, as always, have yourself a great night. We'll talk to you in just a little bit. All right, Al Ninos here on the drive-through. Let's continue on with the coverage. It is my turn now, front and center. We're going baseball again, and I've got I have an affair with the Astros. I'm going to continue to ride this team. Astros here and Angels at 115 here. Angels favored, total 10 at 9:40 Eastern time. And I'm going to take the Astros, plus 104. I mean, it's just, I know they're going with Luis Garcia on Monday, the right-hander. Well, he got called up last year. Pitched pretty well, ERA under 3. He did have a high strikeout rate in the minors. And last check, I did see it was Quintana. I just want to make sure, sometimes they change these pitchers on you before you know it. And, of course, they're going to stick with Quintana on this one because there was some question coming into it because he got pounded by the Dodgers in his last spring training tune-up. Of course, the veteran, he's had an ERA over the past 4 seasons. He was really hurt by the home run ball last year. Astros scorching. I watched their series against Oakland in that 4-game sweep, scoring 8 runs or greater. Houston pitching staff allowed a total of 9 runs in the 4 games. I'm going to continue to ride. You give me plus with the Astros. I'm going to take it here, Chris.
I can't argue with that. I mean, yes, Luis Garcia, we haven't seen much of a sample size from him, but we didn't see much of a sample size from Jose Quintana in 2020 either. We actually saw less of a sample size. And I think you can agree with me. Quintana's been one of the more polarizing pitchers in terms of you never really know what you're going to get from the guy on a start-to-start basis. I mean, he can throw a one-hitter, and there are other days where he'll give up runs in 2 innings. So I against a Houston team, it's started the season pretty well again by sweeping a pretty good Oakland A's team. I can't disagree with that. Yes, Ohtani looked good and when he destroyed that ball off of Dylan Cease last night, but I think the depth is too much here. I like the Astros as well.
Yeah, and the Astros, they score runs late. They get to bullpens. And Angels, we'll see how the bullpen holds up. That's one thing you've got with the Astros. They score those runs in the 7th, 8th, and 9th inning. All right, guys, check out Pick Dogs Premium. I got a 3-pack up there, so check me out over on the site tonight. Some baseball, and, of course, that national championship game, Gonzaga and Baylor. And also have those long-term passes, those 3, 7, and 38 pass, your best value there. All right, let's continue on here on the show. And now it's time to go ahead and do the recap. Let's recap every play on the show for today. All right, Ninos will join us for this segment. Brian Bitler got us started. Mets run line, laying the run and a half at -125 against the Phillies. I think those are his Phillies, by the way, going against them. All right, James, Jazz laying 5 against the Mavericks. Jovan, Rockets +14.5 against the Suns. Trey was on Baylor +4.5 against Gonzaga. Rod, Vegas Golden Knights -140 against the Blues. Chris, Pistons laying the 3 against the Thunder. Al, Nets -6 against the Knicks. Yours truly, Astros +104 against the Angels. We'll start with Chris. Than your pick, which one do you like the best?
We came in together as the Puck Dogs, and we're going to be together. I like the Golden Knights laying the 140 against the Blues. I love that play tonight.
All right. Let's go over to Al. Other than your pick, Al, which one do you like the best? Al, I think you're on mute again. I think he went to mute. Let's see if we can get that fixed here. As Al gets that corrected, I will go ahead and look at the board here and give you my selection. I'll jump ahead of Al here. I'm going to agree with Chris here. I'm going to take the Pistons laying the 3 against the Thunder. Pistons showing a little bit more of a pulse out there, at least showing the effort to win games, where I think that's done from the Thunder. All right, Al, you're back with us. Other than your pick, which one do you like the best?
I was going to agree with the I was saying that Rod's pick's pretty good too, but I was going to go with the Mets -1.5, and we'd also look at the first 5 run line as well, since we're really banking on the starter there for the Mets to come through for us.
All right, Al, there with the Mets here, run line, or first 5 here as well. Run line with the Mets. First 5 run line too? That we said?
Yeah, I mean, when I'm looking at a pitcher, that's what I usually like to go for, is the first 5 innings, whether it's the dog or the favorite. I try to play the first 5 when I'm really looking at the starter rather than the better team.
All right, Al Ninos here. All right, guys, that'll do it for another edition here of the Drive-Thru. We're back at it again tomorrow at 6 p.m. Eastern Time. I have a full book of 8 cappers on the show, giving out live free sports picks for the primetime games. All right, let's take a look at our cappers here. We'll give you guys a nice wave off goodbye. Reminder, tune in tomorrow at 10 a.m. Eastern Time for the morning show. Wave to everyone. Have yourself a great night. We'll talk to you tomorrow. And, of course, Zawacki. Oh, boy, are we going to see that cap burner, won't we? Tune in tomorrow at 10 a.m. Eastern Time for that answer. We'll talk to you guys.